All right, hey guys, welcome to Podkinz. This is the show where you can learn about upcoming events on Webkinz Next and Webkinz Classic. And it's hosted by Webkinz staff. And I am Michael Webkinz, and I'm here with my co-host, Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, and I'm excited because we have a special guest today, right?
We do. We have technical artist Erik with us on the show. Hey, Erik.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Mandy.
Going to be an exciting episode because it is currently our chocolate egg event is happening on Webkinz Classic. So we're going to open up some eggs. There's milk chocolate eggs and white chocolate eggs. You can collect milk chocolate eggs. When you see them floating across your screen, click on them to collect them. This event runs from April 7th to 20th. We also have white chocolate eggs that you can purchase for e-store points at the W Shop. Both prizes work well together. We have sort of a collection of bird watching prizes and a collection of beekeeping prizes. So we're going to show you them today. And Erik, you are a technical artist. So that means that you implement all these different items so they work in the room.
That's right. Yeah, all these items, they come to me from the artists and I make them work. And I put them in the game so everyone else can enjoy them.
That's great. So this room actually I have built using some of the prizes. I'll show you. I just want to remove the windows. The windows actually are DIY items that are available in the W Shop. I just wanted to show you this wallpaper. It's really nice, right, Mandy? I love it.
It is adorable. It's got the little bees on the left-hand side that are so cute. Yeah, sort of a little honeycomb pattern, but the bees are just super cute, and I see Absolutely. A little bee plushie, right?
Yeah, that's one of the prizes. Actually, it's a white chocolate egg prize, but let me just start because my pet is very hungry. Of course, if you feed your pets, you can bring up their energy level. So every single time you feed one to your pet, you'll win one of this year's prizes. So here we go. I got a sunny side up rug. I love this one. I already have it in my room. Yeah, it's funny. It looks like a sunny side up egg there. And you can display it in your room without the mess. Let's go for another one. Okay, so actually, yeah, I just got the bird watching vest. Now, Mandy, there's two outfits that you can collect through these chocolate eggs, right?
Yeah, so one is the bird watching vest and hat. There was the two pieces for that, right? And then there's also the beekeeper outfit.
Yeah, you're wearing the beekeeper outfit, so we'll see that shortly because you're outside tending to the beehives, which are really special prizes that you can win through white chocolate eggs. Here's a look at the outfit. I'm in my pets. You can really get a nice view of the outfit. Erik, I really like this outfit because the binoculars here are actually incorporated into the outfit and they're sort of dangling around the pet's neck. Now, are those incorporated into the shirt? Is that how that works?
Yeah, they certainly are. Yeah, this outfit is great. It's the vibe that you're ready for adventure and exploration and looking for all the rare birds.
Yes. I love this little cardinal on the hat. Yeah. As well. Let me go back to the room. I actually think I'm wearing a tuxedo belt that I will need to remove here because that wasn't part of the outfit. That was a previous outfit. The shorts
are actually likes to be very formal when you're
while I'm bird watching. Exactly. The shorts that I'm wearing, I think, went really well with that outfit. And the shorts are actually Adventure Scout shorts, and they're available at the Kinstel outlet. Let me open up a few more of these milk chocolate eggs before I open up the white chocolate eggs. So here are some bee balloons. I love these. Now, these have a unique kind of look in the room because they hover up and down. Erik, is that something that you implement as well?
Yeah.
When you're working on the items?
Yeah, that's right. They slowly float up and down, and the shadow changes, and it shows how they're floating around. It's great. It really adds a nice animated atmosphere to your room. Adds some life to it. It's great. And the bees are just so cute.
They are, yeah. So these ones, they're the milk chocolate prize. Mandy mentioned this little bee plushie. We'll see a few more of these, but these ones you can win through the white chocolate eggs. But we're talking about items. So here's a spring banner that also is one of the milk chocolate egg prizes. But something like this, Erik, I mean, of course, on Webkinz Next, we have advanced editing, which is great because you can position things exactly where you want on the wall, leveled however you want to position them on the wall. You have total control. You can even add things on top of other things along the same wall panel. But the height, for example, here's another example of a wall item, the wreath and this birdhouse, the chime times here. Those you set the height for all of these as well, right, Erik?
Yeah, I do a little trial and error, a little of my own interior design, I guess. I put them in the room and test to see the height of what looks good, and then we all take a look. Yeah, I set the height for all the wall items, yeah.
Of course, Mandy, we have an art review, and that's where Erik shows us all these items, and if we think that maybe something needs a little bit of adjustments, that's when we discuss it as a group, and then Erik, you can go back and revise those. So I love those meetings, Mandy, when we look at all the art together.
Yeah, I know, because sometimes you have your creative items, but also there are loads of e-store items. So sometimes things come as a real surprise, and there's always cool stuff to see. And it's often where we see the pets for the first time when they've been implemented into the game. It's always neat. We have such great artists. These items are so cool.
I just opened up a few of those milk chocolate eggs. Right at the end, I'll show you which prizes you can unlock through the milk chocolate eggs and the white chocolate eggs. And actually, Mandy, as well, at the end of the episode, we're going to give away a code for a Canada Goose Plushy.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited about the Canada Goose. I can't wait for that pet because everybody can collect it with medallions, right?
Yes, and that runs throughout April. So keep looking for medallions because when you get 100, you can track them on your My Pets tab here. When you get 100 of those Canada Goose medallions, you'll be able to adopt the pet for free. But let me open up some of these white chocolate eggs. You can buy cartons of them in the new and promo section of the shop starting on April 7th, which is the first day, though they're actually available now. And when you drag a carton of eggs into your room, you'll unlock these white chocolate eggs, and you'll also earn a prize every single time you feed your pet one of these white chocolate eggs. And this is cute. It's a little spring succulent.
Aww.
And I've actually added one to the room right here. Very cute. Let me open a couple more. One unique thing about these white chocolate eggs is that there's a grand prize. And actually, there are 2 grand prizes this year. There is a milk chocolate egg hot air balloon and a white chocolate egg one. And when we go outside, I'll show you that. But this is really cute. It's a birdhouse wind chimes. Now, Erik, this is something you would have to implement as well, right? Because this actually has a sound effect assigned to it. When you click on it, a little chime sound effects plays, and there it's animated as well. So you would put that together too.
Actually, I really enjoyed this item. I'm a big fan of wind chimes. So this one, you get to walk by, blow on them or tap them. It plays this beautiful wind chime sound, and it animates along with it. Slowly fades out. It's nice.
It's really nice. Yeah, they look really nice if you put more than one in the same room. You can see this wreath here. This is also a prize you can unlock with the white chocolate eggs. This beautiful hand-painted bench. There was a watering can that we released in the past that this matches, and we actually have a milk can too. This one you can unlock with the milk chocolate eggs. Really neat. Let me open up a few of these white chocolate eggs before we go outside because I want to show you this beehive, which is really unique. Maybe we'll unlock one here when I feed an egg to my pet. Let's see what we have. We don't have the hive, but we have the beekeeper mesh hat.
Well, you want the hat before you get the hive. Because
That's
otherwise you could run into some trouble.
Oh, there's the spring banner. I was wrong. The spring banner you unlock with the milk chocolate eggs. Let's go outside now. I've been opening up some of those white chocolate eggs, but I'll show you some more of these prizes. They're a lot of fun. By the way, the daily limits for milk chocolate eggs are 3 for free players, 4 for full, and 5 for deluxe players. So those are the ones that you can catch when they're floating across the screen. There's also going to be a daily wheel of yum from April 7th to 20th that you can spin from today's activities and for the chance to earn more eggs. But Mandy, there you are wearing your...
I got my hat on. I don't know. You're taking your chances, Michael, coming out there.
Yeah.
Your bird watching hat.
Let me show your outfit, and then we'll talk about those feeders because they are great. Look at that. Really cute little bees on the hat and each boot. So there's 3 pieces to this set, right, Mandy?
Yeah, and that's the same little bee that you see on the wallpaper in the
cute.
suit. So yeah, the suit is just like an all-in-one suit, and then the hat and the boots.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those boots are they could just be cute spring boots with another outfit, right?
Little rain boots.
Yeah.
We actually have 2 different, I guess they're kind of like a growing garden type of items. They're these strawberry potted plants, which you can unlock with the milk chocolate egg. We didn't win one, but we have them displayed here. And also these beehives, which are a white chocolate egg prize. And Erik, when you click on them, they have different states, right? It fills up with honey, and then when it's at this final state, you can click on them to be awarded a honeycomb. But this is sort of neat because we had never done an item like this before.
Yeah, it's I really like these items. When you actually go to an apiarist, to someone who has beehives like this. You first build the box and there's no bees, and there's obviously, if you have no bees, you don't have honey yet. And then as it sort of develops through the different states, and then when it's finally in its final state, you can see all the bees buzzing around and you can harvest your honey. It's great.
Yeah, and so when you click on the item, when it's ready to be harvested, when you see those bees above, you can harvest your honey. Like you said, you got this little honeycomb item here. You can just feed it right to your pet. It takes several days for it to get to its final state here. When you click on it, it just resets to its first state. But I almost don't even want to click on these because I find they look great, and it's a lot of fun when the bees are actually hovering over the hive there.
You could probably time it, right? If you sort of had a bunch and then you harvested it every few days, you could still make sure that there's always at least one that has some bees hovering.
Exactly. Here's the little bird nest chair we saw in the room. That one is a milk chocolate egg prize, and this bench we showed before, this is a white chocolate egg prize. But I thought that these items really work well indoors or outdoors. They're perfect for a little patio setup if you wanted something outdoor as well. Eric, we have the potted strawberry plant as well, and it works the same way. So
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
I love those types of pots with the different little tiers, I guess you could call them, or little different side pots on them. And then, it's actually great for strawberries to grow.
Yeah, and usually our growing garden items come in a little plot that you can plant into your ground, but we recently started releasing these plants that come in a pot, and they're really unique and definitely take room designing to a next level because they're great to display in an indoor or outdoor room. Let me switch over to my pet. We talked about our bird watching items and beekeeping items. Here's a little bird watching platform, which is really cute, so you can get your pet high up there and look for birds. And look at this, there are two hiding in the room. Can you see them?
Cute.
Yeah,
these are little chickadee plushies, and you can collect them from the milk chocolate eggs.
Those are great. They're nice and big, those chickadee plushies. They're like the size of a pet. That's adorable.
Yes, you could have a little tea party with your chickadee plushies because, of course, we've released those great tea party sets that you can use to display your plushies on the chairs. Let me just show you guys the two grand prizes that you can win by feeding your pet those white chocolate eggs. There's a white chocolate hot air balloon here, and Mandy, you can jump into the milk chocolate balloon here.
The pattern, like I love the way you can really see the texture of the chocolate on these eggs.
Yeah, no, they're beautiful. In the past, we've really been releasing cottages, like milk chocolate and white chocolate egg cottages. But this year, we decided to do something a little different. And so we did these hot air balloons. They turned out really well. I love them. Eric, is it hard to implement vehicles? Because these are essentially vehicles. You can use them to drive around your room.
No, not really. They're kind of like a chair, if you want to think of it that way. They're like a very special chair that has extra fun ability to it.
So there you go. If you want to, you can bring even your bird watching to the next level and do some bird watching from your hot air balloon if you are lucky enough to unlock one by feeding your pet those white chocolate eggs. Really exciting. This event runs until April 20th, and on April 20th it's our spring celebration, so you can log into Webkinz Classic and get your spring celebration gift basket. But Mandy, let me just show you those prizes again. We can give away a code for that Canada Goose Plushy.
Okay.
Here is a look at the milk chocolate egg prizes on the left, all of them, and the white chocolate egg prizes on the right. Eric, do you have a favorite prize maybe that you worked on for this event?
Oh, yeah. I guess it's tied between the beehive and the birdhouse that have that nice wind chimes on it. But, but also the bird lookout. Definitely. I love bird lookouts. And finally, we have one now in Webkinz.
Yeah. And I was thinking that, Mandy, that bird watching platform, players might be able to use that in various room designs.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's funny. When I first saw it, it reminded me of a lifeguard chair. But then I like the way that it's facing away. So then I was thinking, you could use it almost like a balcony. And I'm sure there are so many creative ways our players are going to use that little platform. It's adorable. Did we see that little chick stool in room? Because I think that could be my favorite. It's adorable. Oh,
yeah. It's a little lantern. Is that the one next to the balloons there? Yeah, it's a little lantern. It is cute. It was in the first room that I showed, but we didn't
so adorable.
I love that. Of course, here are the 2 balloons as well. Another look that you can win. Really unique to this year's event because, as I said, we usually had released cottages in the past. And Mandy, we spoke just briefly about the Canada Goose Pet Medallion event. It runs until the end of the month. You can collect free floating medallions every day, and you'll get 25 extra in your Webkinz Day gift box on the 29th. It's PSI, the item that you earn when you adopt the pet, is really unique as well, right, Eric? It's a little sugar maple tree that when you rotate, it changes color.
Yeah, it's a tree for harvesting maple syrup. And as you rotate it, it represents the different seasons. It's really great. You can make a whole maple harvesting area for your Canada Goose.
Yeah. And you
just,
never know. There could be somebody out there who's like collected a zillion any pet medallions and decides to get a whole flock of Canada Goose.
Yeah.
So maybe
Absolutely.
they could get multiple.
Yeah, when you access your pet medallions tab in My Pets, you can trade 10 of any of your other medallions for an any pet medallion and use that towards the goose. So you can theoretically adopt multiples, and it's not going to go away. It's not going to disappear at the end of the month. It'll still be available from My Pets, so you can keep adding any pet medallions throughout the year if you'd like to adopt multiples of these pets. But I was going to say, Eric, the tree is a dispenser, right? Not a growing garden item, so you can collect that maple syrup every day.
That's right.
Yeah, that's great. And the waffles there, that's the PSF. So that's the food that you unlock at the W Shop when you adopt the pet. Mandy, our next episode, we're going to be talking about the 20-year tiger and how you can adopt this pet on both sites, Webkinz Classic and Webkinz Next.
Yeah, this is such a great pet. This was designed by one of our players, Sweetheart 1218. And you know what? I think everybody's so excited, and we'll be explaining how you get each pet. Especially, it's neat for Next because like those eyes, I think we haven't really seen pets with those eyes before, but they really stayed close to the spirit of the player's design. Obviously, in Classic, because they're 2D pets, it's a bit easier to stick very close to what the player designed. But Next did a beautiful job, I think, of really capturing that feeling of Sweetheart 1218's drawing. And it turned out really, really well. And so did the PSI.
Yeah, which is a piano.
The PSF, we ended up doing an appetizer plate for the PSF to sort of go with the banquet hall theme and the 20-year celebration. So they got kind of a fancied up PSF.
Always hard to pick just one, right?
Yeah, it's so hard. But I feel like all the Webkinz imagery on this pet, like the markings on the head with the W and the whiskers, and they really did a fantastic job. Sweetheart 1218. Congratulations. You really deserve this.
Yeah, and this was done by a fan during a fan design contest. Mandy, we have another fan design contest happening throughout April.
Yeah, right now we're doing a room theme design contest, and the winning room theme is going to be released in both Classic and Next. So, you know what? Go to the Share Center, check it out, submit your ideas. Go to Webkinz News, too, if you want all the sort of parameters about how the contest works. And then send us your ideas for a room theme. And we left it open. It doesn't have to be like a 20-year theme. It go crazy. We just want to see your ideas.
Yeah, when you go to webkinznews.com, there's a little Share Center tab at the top of the page. And when you click on that, you can read about all the contest details.
The details will be in the Webkinz News article.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to submit, then you can go to Share Center, and there's actually a link in the article that'll take you to the gallery. But yeah, all the information is in News, and then the submission is in Share Center.
Very good. And Eric, now you implement items and make them happen in room and make them work in the room, but do you work on the pets as well?
Oh, definitely. This pet was such a delight to work on. I love the colors and love the whiskers. That's my favorite part of the pet. And the pink 20 on the feet, that's I thought that was just so great. Yeah, this pet's one of my favorites for sure.
So why don't we now, as promised, give away a code for the Canada Goose Plushy? We gave one away earlier in the year during Newsweek, but maybe you missed that or you wanted a companion plushie. Eric, as our special guest, do you mind reading the code?
Sure, no problem. The special code is W242-4YSJ-G6B6DRJA. And don't forget that it expires the end of August.
Exactly. And you can enter that code at the code shop on the Webkinz Classic desktop app. That was a lot of fun, Erik. Thank you so much for
No
joining
problem.
us.
Yeah, anytime.
And guys, we'd love to hear from you. Feel free to send us an email at podkinz@gans.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all of our content there, youtube.com/Webkinz. Awesome. Thank you, Mandy, as always. And thank you, Erik, for joining us today. Yeah, to all of you guys out there watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.